Hello students, welcome back to the class. During the last class we have discussed about characteristics of terrorism. In that characteristics of terrorism we have discussed the first thing is from where the word terror originated and what is the meaning of terrorism and who are the peoples who were involved. We have discussed in the last class that there are some handful peoples are involving in the activities of terrorism and mainly they targets few of the group of the peoples like particular community. They will target defense force, sometimes they will target the police force, etc. Now we will discuss about the next point of characteristics of terrorism. Children's first point from where the word terrorism is originated. The word terrorism is originated from the French Revolution. We know that in French Revolution 1789, this is a period the French got republic. After when the French got republic, so how they got republic in the sense in French there was a third estate, they have declared themselves, okay, and they declared themselves as republic and they declared themselves as parliament. So 1789 they given power to themselves, okay. So during that time the French was under the control of Louis XVI. People are not happy under the rule of Louis XVI and the people protested and they got republic. During this period there was a party which is called as Jacobins Club. Okay, Jacobins party, and this is quite popular because this party protect the interest of small and middle class section of the people, and the leader of this Jacobins party was Robespierre. So Robespierre was the leader of Jacobins Club. Okay, Robespierre is the leader of his party, and Jacobins Club, what he will do during this period, Robespierre have started. Okay, during this period he ruled France from 1793 to 1794. Okay, he ruled France and his policy was very strict policy. He followed a very strict policy. Okay, and he does not wanted any relaxation from his policy. So his policy was so strict that his own supporters wanted some relaxations, but he carried out the policy very strictly. And that period, so whoever the people are not following the policy which are Jacobins policy, if any person is not following, then they will get punishment which is beheaded, that is called as guillotined. So that punishment was so severe that large number of people were sent to guillotine. During 1 year there are many people who have not followed the rules and regulation in France, and most of the people were given punishment which is called guillotine. So that is why from his period was popularly called as Reign of Terror. The word terror is originated during this period, Robespierre period. When Robespierre have ruled France during this period, when he was a leader of Jacobins Club, when he started a very strict policy, during that period the word terror originated. On the meaning of terror, we have seen that unlawful activities are intimidations against civilians, that is called as the word terrorism. Now if you are going forward, many studies have revealed that terrorism pointed out similarities as well as different patterns. Terrorism is organized in a planned way. There was organized in a planned manner, and they deliberate in the sense long and careful consideration. So terrorism have deliberate act of violence by few handful people. So in terrorism we can find terrorism is a planned manner. Whenever the people are involving in the activities of terrorism, they will plan according to these activities and they will implement their plan. And deliberate means long and careful consideration they will make. In their planning they will make long and careful considerations and then they will implement. And the persons who are involving in the terrorism are few handful peoples only, which are creating fear, which are creating a terror in the global menace. Okay, these peoples are very dangerous not only in their region, but also they are very dangerous from all over the world. From here we have to start. Okay, already these all points we have discussed in the last class. Now most of the terrorism peoples are involving in an unofficial war. Sometimes they will involving in the war unofficially, official war not. Official in the sense whenever if you are declaring a war directly. But these peoples are indirectly they will fight a war. Terrorism is nothing but indirect war, unofficial war. So this is a war between the government as well as political system. So they are fighting a war between the government, they are fighting a war with government, and also they are fighting a war with the political system of the country. Okay. Terrorism is what? Terrorism is a weapon. This is a weapons of blackmailing, okay, forcing. Okay, that is one type of weapons which are mainly a blackmailing as well as forcing. The aim of terrorism, we can find there, they highlights the demand by force. So whenever if they wanted any type of demand, they will highlight the demand by a force. So children, one best example I will say you, 1999, we know that our Indian aeroplane, our Indian plane, imagine that our Indian aeroplane was completely hijacked, and that Indian plane was hijacked and it was landed in Afghanistan by some group of terrorists. They have hijacked our plane and they have landed in Afghanistan, and they demanded from the Indian government few of the things they have demanded, and Indian government have fulfilled the demand. So here what my point to say is, whenever the terrorist activities were involved, there are demanding by force. So whatever the aim is to highlight the demand by force. Okay, that is one point. So we already know that terrorism is always anti-democratic. This is against to a democratic country, and terrorism is quite unlawful and unhuman things. So terrorism is unlawful as well as unhuman. Which is quite against to human, and that is not a lawful activities, and this is quite against to the anti-democratic country. Favorable to the democratic government is country's government only. Okay, but anti-democratic in the sense the terrorist activities were mainly involving and mainly targeting the democratic country, and that's why they were anti-democracy. So they didn't like the democratic country. Wherever the democratic countries like America, India, most of the countries are being targeted, where the powers are vested in the hand of people. And unlawful activities. Terrorism is not a lawful activity because they have already declared a war, unofficial war, so unlawful activity, and they were quite against human, and that's why the terrorist activities were quite considered as inhuman things. So what we have discussed, children, already we have discussed that in the last class, okay, that the word terror, the word first time the terror is originated from the French Revolution. In the French Revolution, French got in a republic. Okay, French got republic 3 times. So when they got republic in 1789, the third estates in France, the middle class people, they declared themselves as a parliament, and they created a constitution. During that time there was a popular party which is called Jacobins party, and the leader of the party was Maximilien Robespierre, and he became the leader of France, and he created some strict rules and regulations, and the rules and regulations were so strict that his own party members wanted some relaxation from the policy, but he never given any type of relaxations to anybody. If anybody are not following his policies, Jacobins policies, they will be given punishment which is called as guillotine. So if you see that many terrorisms were pointed out similarities as well as different pattern. Most of the terrorist activities were mainly organized in a proper planned manner, and careful consideration they will make. Planned and careful consideration is called as deliberate. So most of the terrorist activities, whenever they are involving in any activities, without planning they will not act. So first they will make plan and they will implement that plan. Okay, they implement that activity according to the plan. And most of the terrorisms were quietly involving in unofficial wars. So terrorisms were involving a war with the government only. Okay, people, okay, first they are implementing a war with government as well as people. So this is an unofficial war between the government as well as political system we can find. If you see that terrorism is what weapon? This is a weapon for blackmailing and coercion. Coercion is nothing but using something by force. Whenever if you are using something by force, that is called as coercions. Terrorism aims to highlight the demand by force. So whatever the demand is there, they are highlighting the demand by force. So I have given a best example 1999. During this period of time, India have captured some of the militants. So during that time, our plane, okay, which is in New Delhi, that plane was hijacked and it was taken by some Afghanistan militants. They have hijacked all our passengers. Okay, after hijacking that, they demanded from Indian government to release some of the terrorists. So Indian government have to bend in front of them because the conditions were like that. So in this point, what we have understand in this example, that sometime if they wanted to fulfill the demand by force also, they will fulfill. Okay, so the main demand is the aims, the highlights, and the demand by force. You know already that terrorism is always anti-democratic country. Wherever the terrorisms were involved, most of the against democracy only, the terrorist activities were against to democracy, and this is unlawful activity, and this is quite against inhuman that is. Okay, So children, this is about some of the characteristics of terrorism. So in this point, first we have discussed about from where the word terrorism originated and what is the meaning of terrorism, and then we have discussed that most of the terrorist peoples, when they are involving their activities in a planned and deliberate way, and this is an unofficial war. So, okay, this is a war between the terrorist as well as government as well as the political system. Okay, and the terrorist, what is the main weapon? Force and blackmail, in order to achieve their political goal or in order to achieve the ideological goal. Okay, they will use their weapons forcefully they will use, that is called as coercion. Coercions are nothing but whenever if you are using by force, you wanted to achieve their objective, that is called as coercion. So this is against to anti-democratic, unlawful and inhuman, that is one part. Thank you very much children, we will meet you in the next class with the same topic, we will continue. Thank you.